Thought for the day. One of the best kept secrets to change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new.
Welcome to 7 Minutes for Yourself. I'm Christina Aina, and I'm so glad you've joined me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. Let's take this time to reconnect with ourselves and improve our well-being.
In today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself, we are reminded of the importance of embracing an infinite mindset, which says we are and should always be a constant work in progress. Have a listen.
Hi, I'm Jack Canfield, and today I want to talk to you about how to embrace change in a way that allows you to thrive no matter what is happening in your life. An ancient Greek philosopher named Heraclitus said, "Change is the only constant in life. Whether you perceive it or not, everything is constantly changing. The environment, the weather, the economy, technology, society, your friends and family, your body, everything. And the better able you are to anticipate, respond to, and cope with the changes that are happening in your world, the easier it will be for you to live your best life." Now, for some people, the idea of constant and never-ending change is terrifying because change often involves risk and loss, possibly of something big like your house, your job, your money, your friends, your family, or just the loss of whatever is comfortable and familiar. And so some people see change as something to fear or to dread instead of something that is a new adventure that has the potential to improve them or their life. Because that's what change actually is. It's an opportunity for you to experience something new and to grow and evolve as a person. Change asks you to learn new things, to master new skills, to develop new qualities like flexibility, optimism, courage, and persistence, all of which automatically results in you becoming a better, more capable person. And that's a good thing, because the ultimate goal of life is not just a life of comfort, but a life of mastery. And mastery only develops when you are confronted with challenges. When you try to resist change, you rob yourself of the experiences that can transform your life on both a professional and a personal level. When you welcome and embrace change, you allow yourself to cooperate with the natural evolution that is the reality of existence on Earth. Think of it this way: change is inevitable. It's like a river flowing downstream, following the law of gravity. And when you resist it, it feels like trying to row upstream during a flood. When you accept change and embrace it, it's like easily flowing downstream. You may still need to row to avoid ramming into a rock or a bridge above it, but it won't feel like you're fighting the current. Life gets easier. So here are a few tips to help you deal with change. The first one is to take the time to fully understand and apply the equation E plus R equals O. Now, E plus R equals O stands for event plus response equals outcome. And it's your response to any event, not the event itself, that determines the outcome you experience. You can't change the events that happen. They just occur outside of your control. Now, whenever a change happens that seems like a tragedy, always remember there is a gift in it. As Napoleon Hill, the author of the timeless classic Think and Grow Rich, has stated, every negative event contains within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Now, I have many friends and clients who have lost their homes and all their possessions to a flood or a fire. They've lost their loved ones to divorce, suicide, drug overdoses, and automobile accidents. Who've lost their jobs due to mergers, layoffs due to the recession, or to new technologies that made their jobs obsolete. And in every case, years later, they look back and realize that those seemingly tragic events were turning points in their lives that led to something far better than what they had before. A better job, a more fulfilling relationship, new friends, deeper wisdom, more freedom, the discovery of their true life purpose, the development of new skills, and spiritual growth. Now take a moment later today and think back to some change that you feared or resisted and all the good that eventually came from it. Once you begin to see that, you begin to anticipate the good that will come from the changes you're now facing. A good question to always be asking yourself is, what's the opportunity that this is? If you look for that, you'll find it. And change will become something to appreciate and embrace rather than to fear and resist. Remember, you always have control over how you choose to respond to things. And when you respond with an attitude of curiosity, optimism, and confidence, you'll find it so much easier to survive and thrive during the change. Now, my second piece of advice is to believe it's possible to create positive outcomes no matter what change is happening around you. Another quote from Napoleon Hill is, Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Your mind is a very powerful instrument, and when you learn how to properly use it, you can create anything and everything you want. And the first step is to choose to believe that what you want is possible. And the good news is this: belief is a choice. A belief is simply a thought you consciously choose to think over and over until it becomes automatic. It's true that most of our beliefs were decided or programmed into us as children, but you have the power now to choose to believe a more empowering belief simply by choosing it. And you can delete old beliefs very quickly with so many new techniques that have been created in the past few decades, like EFT, Byron Katie's work, the Sedona method, the Heart Freedom method that I use in my workshops, and many others. So when you find yourself faced with a big change that feels overwhelming or scares you, stop and take the time to imagine the best possible outcome that could result from that change, and then simply choose to believe that you have the capacity to make that vision a reality, because you do. Now, my third tip is to use the power of acting as if. See yourself as already being the kind of person who can successfully adapt to any kind of change, and then start showing up in the world as that person. How would you walk? How would you talk? How would you dress? What thoughts would you think? How would you interact with people?
That concludes today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Today and every day with your kiddo is a gift. Enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.